Hi, I'm Nancy Brown, Chief Executive Officer of the American Heart Association. This Heart Month, I'm honored to be joined by Representative Andy Barr of Kentucky, who has championed the Carroll Act to honor the legacy of his late wife, Carol, who passed away in 2020 from sudden cardiac arrest. Congressman Barr, thank you so much for being here with us today.
Nancy, it's an honor to be with you in Heart Month.
Thank you. Thinking about Carol's tragic passing and your emergence as a leading voice and advocate for research on heart valve disease, tell us what Heart Month means to you.
Well, Nancy, what Heart Month is about and what the story and the tragedy of my wife's passing is that if you have a condition of valvular heart disease, if you have mitral valve prolapse, get an echo stress test, get an echocardiogram, and get it early. And get it frequently so that if surgery is indicated, if intervention is needed, you can get the care you need to save your life ahead of time. We were always told, and Carol was always told since the 7th grade, she was diagnosed with a heart murmur, that she had MVP, that we had to watch it, monitor it, but it was generally no big deal. She was only 39 years old when she passed away. And there were a few signs, but it was certainly a lightning bolt out of the blue. And we don't want this tragedy to happen to other families. And so we thank the Heart Association for having these Heart Month. And we want other families who have this to avoid the tragedy that happened to us.
You know, when I think about the Carroll Act and how it will help us advance our understanding and awareness of heart valve disease, it's critically important because, of course, heart valve disease kills about 25,000 people every year. Tell us about the act and what you intend for this act to accomplish.
One of the goals that we set out to achieve was to differentiate those majority of cases of mitral valve prolapse that ultimately are benign from those like Carol's, which are life-threatening conditions and need intervention. And how do we identify those cases that are life-threatening? That's the answer to the question that we don't have. And so we need more research. This legislation will create a grant program through the National Heart, Lung, Blood Institute to get out to some of the finest researchers and investigators in the country to give us those tools, to use precision medicine, to maybe look at genetics, to look at other indicators that would be predictors of a life-threatening situation. Through the legislation, we create an awareness campaign through the CDC. And again, we think that awareness campaign is very, very important.
Well, the Carroll Act will be a powerful way to inspire scientists and researchers and to create awareness. And we're so very, very excited about the potential because you're right. One life lost is one life too many. I'd love your thoughts on what Congress's most important role is in helping to reduce the nationwide burden of heart disease.
Well, Congress certainly does have a role in partnership with the private sector and with the leading cardiologists in our country and heart experts. And it's, Nancy, you make a very good point. We know that mitral valve prolapse results in sudden cardiac death in women at rates that are higher than men. We don't fully understand why that is. That's why we need the Carroll Act. That's why we need the research. We want to get at the genetics of this. We need that exploratory basic research. That's why we have the National Heart, Lung, Blood Institute. That's what the Carroll Act is designed to do, to really take some of those risks and leads and find out what might work in terms of early detection and intervention.
We are so grateful to you for taking the time today. I wonder if you have any final thoughts you'd like to share with our listeners.
Well, the final thought is about Carol. And she was a great person, a great mom, and her legacy will continue beyond her short 39 years. And I want people to know that, you know, she made a difference in her lifetime, and all of the people who sadly have lost their lives to heart disease too soon, they are our inspiration.
Thank you so much for joining the American Heart Association and leading the fight against cardiovascular diseases and stroke this Heart Month and throughout the year. We are so grateful to have you as our lead champion. Thank you so very much, and we'll talk to you real soon.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.